gentlemen, good morning. Uh, Welcome to the first session of Pragrati Adda, a space to have a conversation about environmental issues that bother you the most with some influential speakers. For our first session, we have invited Dr. T.P. Sashikumar, a renowned educationalist and a scientist, to engage in a discussion on the topic down to earth. The topic on which we are going to discuss is down to earth. Before starting, I would like to give a brief introduction of our speaker and his work. Dr. T.P. Sashikumar is a scientist at ISRO, an educationalist, spiritual director, motivational speaker, author of Life of Love, Rhythm of Love, Life Made Simple, and many more beautiful writings. He has also served as a Director General of Security Cabinet under Government of India. Dr. Sashikumar has also started an initiative called Diksha, which aims to inculcate the spirit of learning amongst students and become aware of one's responsibility towards every aspect of life, environment included. So I think this is going to be very amazing and extremely engaging as we promised you. So let's begin.
Hello, sir.
Namaste to all of you.
Hello, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir.
I wanted Adria to speak, so
First of all, I am so thankful to you to offer me a chance to speak, and especially to Saad to accept your invitation to Pragrati. And I'm so thankful to every one of you for giving me an opportunity to speak up. And moreover, I would like to share some experience with my experience with Sir. Actually, he's an amazing speaker, philosopher, and moreover, he's a mentor for me. And what to say, like he had covered most of the topics. His knowledge, many more things, whatever we ask, and that's of absolute knowledge. And thank you.
the word Prakriti, last week I was talking to Delhi, one of the colleges, to the philosophy department. That was also on the topic Prakriti. Because in Sankhya Shastram, the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita talks about three Prakritis. The three Prakritis are the three styles of life. That is Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic Prakriti. When you take the same word in Ayurveda, that is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Three diseases. So Prakriti is to justify or to identify, to diagnose, to find out the nature, the matter in somebody who can be classified into three different Prakritis. So the Ayurveda Prakriti is different. You know why? Both in the basic character or the physical stature of mind or maybe the body, the Raja Tamo Gunas. Why the Prakriti word is used, and why did you choose for your organization the word Prakriti? Why the nature is called Prakriti? Nature can be Rajasic, Tamasic and Sattvic also. The Prakriti can give you a physical and mental stability based on the color which you look at it. You know which is the best color to see in the world. The green is the best color. That is why the Prakriti looks green. The wavelength pattern, we have got 0.4 to 0.7 as the wavelength, in which green is the most appealing for eyes. Any other color, more time if you look at it, you will feel agitated. Now your president is wearing red color. You look at red for a long time, you get agitated. That's why the danger color is given red. So every color also has got. The Prakriti is something which gives you a cool, calm feeling. So the Prakriti Adda is a place you should all feel cool, calm. But only when the Prakriti around you is good. So it's a beautiful name. But you know what is the opposite of Prakriti? The opposite of Prakriti is much more pleasing, and that's called Vikriti. The mischievous boy, the mischievous children, we call them Vikriti. The Vikriti in Ayurveda is called disease. So Prakriti is where there is no dis-ease. Ease is ease, being is. Dis-ease is not an ease. So Vikriti is disease or imbalanced state. So Prakriti should give a balanced state, no agitation. People should be so happy. And I am sure the Prakriti Adda is supposed to give some beautiful thoughts to you. But then your letter says you are inviting me for your first program. Is it because the Adda means space and I am a space scientist? My son did a PhD on Adda only. He is a social scientist. He did his PhD on Adda. Adda means space, where we can have dialogues, where we can have open up thoughts, not conferencing. When you sit inside room, we are all supposed to be in conference. The teachers will say, keep quiet, listen to me. In conference, actually the word should not be conference, it should be unconferencing. Everybody should be able to share their thoughts. So I want this discussion forum not by some experts, influential speakers, influence you to keep quiet. We want everybody to make noise. The first session, I wanted to tell you, I must thank Adira, Ujala, and who spoke yesterday, I think Sanja, all of you who are a team, to share the concern which I have. And if I can confuse you little bit, I am the happiest person. If you are not confused, you are not thinking. Many political, I am not in any political party, because the political party believes that they should follow the leaders, should not talk against them. So that should not happen. Everybody should have a free thought. I am from a space department. Our leaders, always the director or the chairman, where we can speak against him. We are having freedom. We can say, no, we don't agree with you. But once the project is in place, we all work for that. So we can have different thoughts, and that thought should become a focused program at the end. So I'm sure you also asked me to give some suggestions. How can you influence your friends and relatives? I thought you should not influence anybody. You should only make them to think and let them conclude by themselves, by grabbing lot of suggestions from different people. With whom they should agree depends on their age, factor, attitude, culture, the situations around them, the qualifications. At your age, what I thought is not what I am thinking now. It's entirely different. I am sure you can ask your parents. They must have thought something at your age. Now today they think now nothing was practical that time, and I am in a different world today. So everybody knows what is that we think before. I keep saying BC, before computers earlier. Now I have to say before COVID. So what we thought about BC, before COVID, is not what we are thinking after the distancing, after the digital. The AC and BD, AD and BC has got a different thing. But it is not different because A, B, C, D. The BC is always between AD. So whatever we think, whatever we can do is not different. It is all our attitude changes. So that's why I thought I should talk to you on down to earth. Most of us are not down to earth. Though we speak, we are down to earth, including me. I am not. I also applied some cosmetics before coming to camera. So we all do that. Understood? Probably Atira knows I have got a makeup box which is much bigger or heavier than which Atira has got. Atira is down to earth most of the time. I keep saying people complicate their life. Though I wrote a book called Life Made Simple. All of you must read that book. It's a beautiful book which came 15-20 years back when Orkut was in place. My discussion, Life Made Simple. Life Made Simple, Dr. TPS. You can download the PDF. All my books are free. I am not making money out of all this. Life Made Simple is a book because not written by me. 20 years back, 15 years back, when I used to have dialogue with my students, they used to ask a lot of questions. That time the social medium was Orkut. And all those questions which they post, I gave answer, or my thoughts, I will post it there. Somebody contradicts, conflicts, all of them are posted as it is. So I remember there once I said there are 3 types of food available in the world. One is vegetarian, non-vegetarian, the another one is medicine. You can see old elderly people have a dabba which is as big as medicine. Dabba is as big as a tiffin box which they have. I keep saying there is a great proverb which says you are what you eat. It is not the body alone, including your thoughts. Because Sharira Manaso Yoga Paraspara Manuvrajet Adhara Adheya Bhavena Taptajya Khadayoriva. The body and the mind is such related. If you eat hot food, definitely you get angry more. If you eat sattvic food, you cannot have a Rajasic Sabhavam. You will have Sattvic Sabhavam. So the food what you eat, 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, starts with the food descriptions. That is what is called microbiotics or macrobiotics today. You must be thinking I am asked to speak about environment. Why am I talking about food? That is because the quality of food is what everybody is concerned. The quality of air is bad because the producers actually manipulated to produce more and polluted the atmosphere. So the food what you eat, the quality of the food eat will give you the quality of thoughts. There is a great saying, how many times you should eat. You travel anywhere, people will see selling so many items which says time pass eating. The people want eating time pass only. I am sure when somebody goes to somebody's house, immediately they will offer you coffee or tea and they will tell you, no, you cannot go without having this. That means you are forced to drink, forced to eat. See, food is not something you are forced on yourself. There is a great saying, Egabhuktam Mahayogi, Dvibhuktam Mahabhogi, Tribhuktam Maharogi, Chadurbhuktam Mahadrohi. I am sure most of the people who are eating more, and they are all drohis. They are not disturbing themselves, they are disturbing the whole population. The more energy is required to digest your food, than the benefit which you get out of the food what you eat. Because the eating pattern is not what is acceptable. There is a lot of information chaos when you go to internet. Similarly, in most of the food what you eat, there is a lot of chaos. The over information is a problem for your brain, which is for Uttar Pradesh, and over food is a big problem for your Madhya Pradesh. You dump a lot of things, Madhya Pradesh will get confused. And between the Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh is your manas, heart. The heart will be in chaos. The thoughts will not become good. You know the Indian pesticide market, you are all from one of the greatest institution in this country. LSR is supposed to be, I used to travel on the road and then see the board. I never got an opportunity to jump inside, though I must have spoken to more than 1 million teachers and students in this world. Adira has to give me an opportunity to meet all of you. So I used to tell, when you as commerce people must understand what to market, what to sell, what trade has to be popularized. Because everything is money. In this world, nothing is without money. So it's essential. But what is to be produced, what is to be marketed, what is to be sold is to be decided by the sellers. You know the pesticide markets in India is around 200 billion. It's a huge amount. The fertilizer is approximately maybe 50 to 100 million. So these two things are what is polluting this world around. It is not what you put this year, the cultivation gives you produce. So 1 year it is affecting. What you put in the air, what you put in the mud will stay there for another 100 years. You cannot remove it because it gets mixed with the earth. Once it gets mixed with the earth, then the problems continues. It will not stay there. It goes into water, it goes into other plants. And you understand the pharmaceutical business in India is more than 100 billion. I am sure if the expenditure on the fertilizer and the pesticides you reduce, the pharmaceutical industry will also come down. The domestic pharmaceutical is a big business. India's farming industry, if you look at, it's approximately 20,000 billion. I am not telling about all that what happens is coming into the government's market. Most of them goes without because it is not even tax paid. I had a paper long back saying how to improve the Indian economy. The retail market which is being produced and then sold it without even coming into the bill is more than what is in the government system in India. Probably the only country which has got maybe 100 times more business happens unofficially than officially. So these are all great items which as commerce students you all have to look at it. Look at the microorganisms, the probiotics, which gives benefit for all of us. I don't know how many of you know the science behind it, the biology. I cannot speak of environment science without that. But I will give an example, it will become very clear. The milk when it becomes yogurt, the fermented foods, the dietary supplements which we have, all the beauty products which we use, all of them have got products which are microorganisms. The probiotics, which is healthy actually. But then if you don't use that probiotics and most of the people eat something which is not natural, which are all synthetic, what will happen? Instead of probiotics food, your food will become antibiotics, which are all medicines sold by the pharmacies. So what you get from the farm is probiotics food. And if you don't use the farm food, which you use the chemically mixed synthetic food, instead of going to farm, you will go to pharmacy. That is what is going to happen, and that is what the fate of India. Why all this is happening? Because the bioenzymes, probably which we are cleaning our house, are all chemicals. Don't think that when it gives a beautiful fragrance, because it is cleaning the oil which you are using or the liquid which you are using, which you are paying 200-300 rupees per bottle. When it gives a nice smell, the spray which you are using gives a nice smell, you are so happy. Understand, each 1 inch by 1 inch portion of your body has got 3000 pores, and through which this smell and chemical goes inside your body, and that makes you to fall sick. Temporarily you may feel so happy with the smell which is coming from the cleaning solution which you are using. If you are not using the bioenzymatic cleaners, which are not popularized in India because it's costly, because mass production is not happening, we are all using such small things. That's the biggest pollution. I am not talking about the pollution which happens outside your house. I am talking about the pollution which happens in your kitchen and the hall and the room and the body and the food what you are eating. Think about that, contributes a lot. So your environment is not where you are not spending a lot of time. Your environment is what you create around you with everyday activity which you do. Now let us come to the waste and the soil, all that what you do. I remember yesterday I looking at thinking about it. I was looking at my book Life of Love. It's a beautiful poetry which I wrote, Ma. That's because I wrote all those poetry sitting in Mayur Vihar phase 3. There is a beautiful temple there, Kerala temple. My office was diagonally opposite to the temple. So what I do is, most of the people who want to meet me, I'll tell them come to the temple. And I sit there 1 hour before the office and after the office 2-3 hours. And that was my house. Because Delhi I cannot have big house. I cannot have big house. When I used to go around a big house in Delhi, I keep dreaming when I will have such a big house. I'm sure, I don't know whether you used to dream to have such a big house in Delhi. You can all have. I also have a big house in Delhi. That's Parliament House. But the second biggest house which I have is that Mayur Vihar temple, where I used to sit and wrote 27 poetries. The first time in my life I wrote English poems. Because all the children who are around me, I used to converse in English, and that conversation became a poetry. One of the poetry is The Undivided Earth. You must all read that. I dream for a life where less of brain and more of heart. The little H, the head has to be little, and a big H, the big heart. We must know how to love others, how to make platform for living others. It's a poetry which I wrote 14 years back. You will see a small date to the written. I think it is 071222. 22nd December 2007. That's the date in which I wrote the poetry. So when I wrote that, I was thinking lot of environmental concerns which I have. Even today, after 14 years, we keep a lot of blah 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 lectures, seminars, but it is only making the world dirtier, but not good. I don't know, the other day I saw one beautiful movie in which one of the Kerala actor Mohanlal was the prime minister, and there is a factory producing lot of pests which were sent to vacate a land which are farmland for somebody to start a big factory. You must see that. You can check Mohanlal. It's a Hindi movie. It's a beautiful movie. And they found that all the pests which are manufactured in the factory to make the people to vacate, because that will spoil all the land, farm, agriculture there. See, it is all produced by factory who wanted to make earning. Today, most of the environmental problems are not problems who are living on the earth. They are not people who are concerned about the plain earth. They are concerned about the world which they create around it. There is a concept of earth and the world. The world is a developed world which we dream of making development. Earth is the plain, clean earth, which is the soil. So we should have the concern about the earth. Environment is not the problem. The global warming is not the problem. They're all nothing great. I keep asking, global warming predicts 150 years of time, 1 degree of temperature difference. I am sure in Delhi you have got in 6 months time a difference of 40 degrees Celsius, and people are still happily living without any much problem. What is the problem? Is the biggest pollution which you have. That is not created by external world. The biggest problem is overpopulation. If you look at overpopulation, that is what is leading to pollution. That is what is leading to soil degradation. That is what is leading to global warming. That is what is leading to natural resource depletion. That is what is leading to unsustainable way of waste management. All these are because of one big factor, which is population. So you know what to suggest to your friends and relatives. I don't have to tell you that, right? So I am sure that will have a big impact. See, I was in US last year almost this time. If you look at, there are big gardens. In every city there is a big garden. Every city there is a big library. And people like to go out with the worst climate which they have. The worst climate in the country is in such developed nations. But still we have all these natural resources. The beautiful national natural resource is being depleted because the overpopulation. So if you ask me what is the threat in environment, it is overpopulation. And you see all the equatorial area close to equator, the population is more. And if you go away from the equator, population is less. Some places close to equator we have bad climate, bad environment, bad religion, bad region. All that is because of the lifestyle which they adapted to. The style in which you live, the culture in which you live, gives you the awareness, knowledge, attitude, skill, the ability to understand each other, evaluation ability, participation ability, everything depends on that. The beauty in India is, in America, if there is a big environmental disaster happens, let it be a flood or a fire, let it be a snowfall, people don't even associate themselves, because social service itself happened to be a punishment there. Understand, in India, every contribution to the society is a volunteer program. It is a social activity. Social activity is not a punishment. I am sure that this Prakriti Adda group is not because somebody punished you. You must have a seminar of 1 hour every month. Otherwise, you will not get your... No, that's not what we are working, because we are working voluntarily. So the awareness, which is given in the primary education is good enough, nothing wrong. In secondary education, what we have is an understanding. Understanding is different from awareness and learning. You understand, I understand commerce. My first batch of students were commerce students. So if I don't understand commerce, I don't know how to speak on the merit and demerit of development in this world. So understanding will tell you how to convey to somebody else. That should come at the highest, next higher level. Above that level is what is the skill. I am aware of something, I understand something. Do I have a skill to make change in this world? And with that skill, when I apply in different parts of the world with a different society, I get an attitude. And I will be able to assess. That Vidya is called Viveka Vivechana Buddhi. I must have a Viveka Vivechana Buddhi. So I will not be led by somebody's created knowledge. So I must understand, not learn. I must understand with good life science, with a lot of vocational studies which makes me the skill ability, understand the physical science around, understand the earth science in case if I wanted to know environment education. I'm a mathematician, so I understand the models which is being run in every part of the science, and I must know how to convey that to society. Being the feeling of social life is what is social being. Having a human feeling is what is called a human being, which gives me an ability to communicate. That communication can be art, it can be science, it can be poetry, it can be picture, it can be seminars, it can be colloquium, it can be conference, which is the ability of humanities. That is what has to be done. So as students, I am sure you have got great concern when Dr. TPS speaks to you on this day, February 18th, which I am marking as a great day for me, because I am talking to not 100 children who are in front of me. I am talking a big generation, which you may take this light as you are all torch bearers. And this LSR Prakriti, who wrote to me to say something along this line. No, I don't want to say something along this line. I want to say something very specific, which can be a thought for you to make not lifestyle for your family, not lifestyle for your friends, in your lifestyle, in my lifestyle. You know, my son keeps saying, how can you have more concern? When you have a milk packet, when you cut it, I learned from my son, when you cut it, don't cut totally. Cut only half, so that the small corner portion will not be going separate as a small micro activity, which will be along with the bigger packet. Because the bigger packet is taken care of much better. What is most dangerous is the smaller bits, which goes into the earth when the buffalo or the cow goes and eats it. You know, some of the cows which are done a postmortem, we found 100 kgs of plastic in the tummy. You can imagine a buffalo carrying kilograms, and when it goes to sea, all the microorganisms of the plastics, all of them will get dissolved, and the fish eats that. Inside the fish, 80% is plastic today. So when you are eating fish, don't think you are eating fish. You are eating microplastics also inside you. And the food, I am not talking about the non-vegetarian. The non-vegetarian to vegetarian, if you compare, who is environment friendly, do you know? Most of the non-vegetarian food patterns invest 5,000 liters, nearly 1,100 gallons of water, compared to 1,000 liters which is consumed by vegetarian people. So it is 5 times or 10 times more water is being consumed by the non-vegetarians, because to produce that much 1 kilogram of non-veg, you compute how much water is required. So these are all great environmental concepts. Now, I don't know how many of you know what is computed as WUE, the water use efficiency of the food what you eat, in terms of what you cultivate, in terms of rice, wheat, maize, cotton, all these items which you cultivate around you. Compare that with one product which is called millet. which was our traditional food, it requires only 500% less water. So when you are eating rice or wheat, you are consuming more water which can be used for some other purpose. So we are not popularizing it. We are not popularizing millet. Now somebody wanted to make a food substitute instead of rice or wheat as millet, which is having variety of food. We don't think about it at all because we start moving in some pattern which was moved for some time. To change from a wider path like a highway to a shorter path, you need a lot of courage. You must be ready to take challenges. There is a narrow difference between danger and challenge. The danger and courage. If you are somebody who is ready to take challenge, courage, then you will not think about the danger. That is what is required. I am sure people should change the lifestyle. The lifestyle change will reduce the consumption of water which is used for agriculture, and most of the time it's all marketed. I am sure global warming is highly marketed by America. You will see only very few people talking about this. That is because anybody who want to speak about America is a dangerous thought, because they determine what the world has to think today. Now I am sure global warming became famous only after Al Gore's movie came. Do you know which is that movie? An Inconvenient Truth. If you have not seen the movie and you are talking about global warming, I am sure all of you must see the movie called The Inconvenient Truth and understand what are the big mistakes which are mentioned there. There are great mistakes there. You look at all the global warming models which are created. They all talk about 150 years the temperature is measured the whole globe. I'll tell you, the aircrafts which are landing and taking off, the airports only is the place where it is measured. And airports came into existence only 180 years back. After the Wrong brothers invented aircraft, after that 23 years after that, 1926 was the commercial aircraft. In India we had only 3 airports up to 1950. 1960, 1970 we started many airports, but nothing was operational. No more measurements were done. But still we say, we know the temperature is in India for last 150 years. Who has measured? Which thermometer they used? It is never measured. It's all manipulated statistics to project some big politics. And that politics, if you want to understand, don't just see the movie what I said, The Inconvenient Truth. You must also see the movie which is called The Great Global Warming Swindle, which is created by British television. They called 37 great scientists and then asked them to speak. And the movie is like a documentary. The Great Global Warming Swindle. I understand you know the word swindle. Swindle means false story. So they proved that it is a false story which is created by the politicians. Because Al Gore was a politician, not a scientist, not an environmentalist. We have gotten one IPCC chairman. During that time, he lost everything because of lot of crimes which he did after that. So I'm sure you know the person. I don't want to name him. So I'm sure it is not that carbon dioxide and methane on the top of us is dangerous. If that greenhouse is not there, the earth temperature would have been 15 degree, unlivable. So greenhouse is not a bad effect. Only thing, small changes in that is a bad effect. And how do we change that? We have no control, because earth has its own healing ability. If you understand environment, you know there is a great pattern. The trees climb mountains. There is a beautiful article in which it says the trees are staying in the valley which is not convenient for them to live. They also migrate to the mountain tops. Nobody has to plant it there. The tree has their own method of planting. You know, the mango tree has got a bigger seed because everybody eats, either animals eats and then take them and then put it somewhere else. But which are not eaten, the seeds which are not eaten will be very small, so that the wind will take them away. The peepal tree is not cultivated in different places by people. Only thing, we should not disturb them. We have to give the climate change as part of the natural process. There is nothing wrong. In which we started a carbon footprint. That's a big message to be told. It has become a big business. So what is that we eat depends on the carbon footprint which we determine today, the meat what we have today, the food pattern which we have. Therefore, the agrochemical product which we discussed today can be understood by the inorganic, organic, for the farm pattern which we have has to be popularized. For which I am sure the organic, in terms of organic farming, what is being done. And the environmental concept which we had in India, you look at all the temples. Surrounding to the temple, we had big water bodies, pond, swimming pools. See, when you clean up an area to construct a small society living with a temple in the center, they made sure that water bodies can be found around that. That is one of the biggest message. There is a great saying. If you look at the environmental concept in India, Vapi Kupatatakani Devatane Nanicha Annapradana Mudyannam Purtam Mityabhidiyade. Sanatana Dharma Bharatiya lifestyle describes two things. One is Ishta Karma, that going to temple doing puja for my benefit. Second karma is called Purta Karma. What is Purta Karma? Vapi, well, Kupam, small pond, Tadagam, big lake, Devatane Nanicha, and you should have garden also around your place of life. Annapradana Mudyannam. What sort of garden you should have? Which gives you annam. Annam means something to eat. Annapradana Mudyannam. If you do that, then only you get moksha. See the description given. If you want to get moksha in your life, you must have water bodies created around your life, have lot of gardens. Is it not environment friendly? And what are all the plants to be planted is also written. Ashwathamegam, Bijumandamegam, Dashadindranischa, Kabitwa Bilwa, Valagatrayascha, Panjamranali, Naragam Nayabi. A lot of trees are mentioned, 23 trees, and says if you plant this, Narakam Nayapi, you will never go to hell. See the environmental concept we had. What a great thoughts we had. I am sure when I was traveling to Kailash, maybe 20-25 years back, when I traveled to Kailash, I was looking at what is that Tibet. You know, once upon a time, Tibet was ruled by who? Kubera. Kubera was the richest person in the world. And that Kubera's land is today total barren. Not even grass will grow. No flowers will grow. The 5-petal flowers you cannot see, because the 5 petal will fall on the floor. 1 petal which is close to the ground only will stay. The rest 4 will be cut with the wind. Can you imagine that place once upon a time, the richest place? Yes, once upon a time it was richest. Because if you see Kalidasa's Megha Sandesha, there is a beautiful line which says, where Sita was going for taking bath, she was hearing the sound of the water moving, the river sound was heard. But she could not reach there because the trees were so close, she could not go in between the trees. Such a dense forest was there in Tibet. Is it because somebody has driven motorbike there, the trees went off? Is it because of global warming, the trees went off? You must ask this question. It is not that far, Kalidasa's time and today's. For an earth, it is not too far. The change keeps happening. It is part of the world. But what is essential? We should not make people worried and scared and then stop development. Development is part of world life. Without the development, the world cannot. But the development should be sustainable development with an awareness around your. There is nothing wrong in cutting trees. Otherwise, we cannot make anything in this world. I cannot have this glass without a plastic. Otherwise, the glass would also be manufactured in some factory. I cannot, without a book, I cannot live in this world because I am a teacher, I am a learner. So, while cutting one tree, can you plant many trees? That's it. So, I must have a responsibility of what is giving back to the place where I am living. That is what is essential. See, when we do the Agnihotra, I take a little bit of rice and little bit of cow dung, little bit of ghee and then put it into the fire and then start chanting Suryaya Swaha, Suryaya Idam Namama, Prajapadaye Swaha, Prajapadaye Idam Namama. The world is created by the sun, not me. Namaste to you. And whatever the smell which comes out of this, it has to go to everybody around me, not for me. If you are not selfish and if you are living for somebody else, and that is what the greatest message you can give. When I am taking something, when I am using water, use a water bottle instead of normal water bottle in the plastic. That's it. That change if you can make. Water is important. I need purified water, drinking water. But that need not be served in bottles, which creates problems, right? So give an affordable clean energy, give a clean water, clean sanitation, climate which cannot be in our control, but we can plant many trees, have garden around you, get all the animals and the, see, we have got a great concept of Panchamaha Yatnam in which Sri Bhuda Bali. The Bhuda Yatna is one of them. What is Bhuda? Every animal, every small creature around us. When we have big festival in the temple, the priest will go with a small little bit of rice and put it in the ground. And that concept says, while I was constructing this temple, I cleaned up the place. So a lot of animals and saw a lot of insects lost their life, lost their place of life. So I am doing puja to them first. Then they do puja to the God. So God is not important for me. Who is important for me? Who gave me the world to live? Who has given me the world to live? Every animal, every small species, every small plants which are around me. So taking care of them is the ultimate environment. And understand, me and you are also part of the environment. Don't keep saying environment is different, I am different. No, environment is in which I am also part. So I am a share into that. So this is what is to be conveyed to the next generation. I am sure I could give some little thoughts. I thought I will speak up to 12:30. Now 12:35 because we started 5 minutes late. So thank you. God bless you. Enjoy with the balance which is left for the rest of your next generation also to live in the same style. And until last month, December, I was a professor of mathematics in one of the university. But all the COVID time, I have spent a lot of time in understanding farming. January 26th, I inaugurated a Grandma Child Care Center. Next set of national education policy implementation as an early bird, I wanted to start schools for young children from age 3 to grade 3. And that I wanted to happen in a garden which is eco-friendly garden, knowledge park. That is what I inaugurated. And most of my activities are now around the farm, where I want young children of age 3 to touch that plant and understand different aspects of farming, so that they will not reach into a pharmacy at the end of their life. That's what I wanted to do. So thank you for the patient listening. There are 84 people here. I'm sure there will be a lot of questions. If I can address few of your questions, not as answer, but as a concern. If not, DRTPS, doctor, that's doctorate in mathematics, T for teachers, P for parents, and S for students. So I stands for TPS, teachers, parents, and students. So welcome anytime. Send me a WhatsApp, you will get a reply immediate. If not, BSNL has to be cursed, not Dr. TPS. Yeah, open to you all.
That is so inspiring, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that is a,
Ask anything that you
yeah.
have to ask. Open the house and put the communication now.
All of you can text me also, 9447437948. That's my number. No reservations. I'll be there at any point of time.
Sir, I don't really have time. Like, can you please
Yeah, I am here around as long as you want.
Questions, I guess.
Yeah, welcome. I am in center of city Hyderabad.
Sir, I just had one question.
Yeah.
Sir, since like you have worked as scientist at ISRO, and I am sure that the way you perceive things, I mean, your perspective must be very different to our perspective because we see things as students, and there is a difference between how we think, we see things, and how you see things. So I just wanted to ask, I mean, is there any advice that you would like to give us younger generation? Anything that you would like us to, there are so many things that we're excited about, but because of the perception difference, we not able to understand things and every aspect of things because there are some things that we don't understand and we like try to look at कहीं होता है that you because you don't have worked at that place. There is only times when science, I mean the scientific field need to incorporate environmental ethics because I've read this thing in on internet. But there are so many debris that we leave on school. And that is also from science perspective, then it is very important for us to work on that field, that front. So how should we as young students, like if we aspire to grow, then how would you like to give any advice for us?
Ujala, it's a beautiful question. There is no scientific outlook or a social outlook. Nothing called a philosophical outlook. If you ask me who is Einstein, he is a scientist for many people, but I am sure he is more a philosopher than a scientist. A scientist doesn't have a philosophical outlook. What is the degree which I get is Doctor of Philosophy. Even if I do a PhD in mathematics, my degree is called Doctor of Philosophy. If you are not able to convince, what is philosophy? Love for knowledge. And knowledge is not which can be compartmentalized in department wise. I am sure no commerce can work without mathematics. No commerce can work without economics. So where do you compartmentalize them? You cannot compartmentalize. So as a whole thing, when you look at life, your views will become different. What happens to students? Probably when you get few teachers who may keep on pleading, please listen to me, and then give some knowledge to you, some data to you. I don't know whether they give knowledge. And when you are not processing to make it your knowledge, it is only data for you. You will go to Google and then find out. But if you are supposed to be a person who is interested in film, do you think you listen to lectures? Do you think you listen to some Googling? Or will you go and meet some people who are into film? Will you go and invest your time in the shooting center where the film is happening? That's what you will do, right? Assume that you want to learn agriculture, not in the textbook or the Google you should learn. You should go to the field. If you want to be a rich man, what is that you are supposed to do? Have you seen the movie Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes.
It's a beautiful movie. He learns it by doing. See, there is nothing which can give classes like this. But if your thoughts can be influenced not by lectures of 1 hour, why the invited lectures are given in most of the academic institutions as a ritual? It is for you to get a trigger. It is to get a spark. And why Dr. TPS is giving his number? For you to talk to me. When I talk to 400 children, not all the 400 children will come back to me. But I'm sure, I remember many years back when I spoke to 400 people in a computer science conference. And one or two people who tagged with me, they reached the best institute in the world. That is because we trigger them, then we give them fire, we give them spark. So it's essential for you to follow somebody whom you think that they can put you a lot of ideas. If you want to be a millionaire, be with a billionaire. If you want to be the greatest artist, be with a lot of pictures. You want to drink a lot of water, keep always water bottle beside you. There is a 20-second principle in Life Spark. If I keep water bottle where I can pick it up in 20 seconds, that's the time which I take to pick it up. If it is little away, 3 feet away, I will consume less water. If I have got books around me which I can just pick it up with my hands, I will be a reader. If it is little far, I will not be reading. So always understand what you need is in your vicinity, in your visibility. That's why I keep saying, yeah, my number is there. There are people who come back to me after 8 years. Maybe they will tell, yeah, that day I should have come to you, but I missed your number. It is not missed your number. Your priority lost. So what do you think is tomorrow I will talk? Day after tomorrow I will talk. Then it goes. No, it should not happen. You have some concern, immediately there has to be a interaction. The communication is the biggest message which everybody has to learn in this world. I keep saying there is a great graphic theory in the pure mathematics which says you want to contact the American president today, you need only 5 people to contact. The 6th person will be your American president. Only thing you must know which are all the other 5 nodes where you have to connect. It's very simple. You want to reach to anybody, it is not a big problem. It's only your attitude. So keep your attitude open. The skill will come to you and your opportunities will come to you. What is the biggest problem with the youth is most of us, including me, I am lazy. We are not utilizing ourselves. I keep telling, Athirya must have heard this many times. I keep saying, parents and teachers keep scolding us, useless fellow, useless fellow. Actually, it is not useless, useless fellow. We have not used ourselves. But I am sure if we want, we can use. So all my children who are listening to me, don't become useless from today onwards. Because used is a past tense. Be active. Nimisham jolitam sreyam nadu dhumayitum chiram. Don't be a fire inside and show smoke outside. Show your fire outside. Nimisham jolitam. Show your fire outside. That is what is essential. Be active. Spontaneous reflection. That's what is essential. And if you can do that, that is what made difference to anybody who has become good in this world. You keep on thinking, you will become tank. Will not help you at all. So jump out of your cave and then don't become in the comfort zone. Put yourself into fire. That's what is essential. What are the steps we can take to get present generation students involved in farming?
I have some questions.
Yeah, I have just seen one question. How do you get involved in farming? Come to Hyderabad. I have got farms here where you will get every holiday. You think that you want to spend 1 month to do farming in the. That's why I said down to earth. When I was conducting camp, I told somebody, you want to learn how to climb on coconut tree? I was showing them. They said, sir, you climb coconut tree. You can see one of the paper in which the press reporter came and then they wanted me to see that I am climbing coconut tree. They said, first time I am seeing a space scientist climbing the coconut tree. I think you should learn everything. Yeah, it's the right time to learn. So what is the take for the, two-child policy, marriage or mismarriage? There is one big good poetry in my life made simple. Marriage and mismarriage. Read that. And what is that child? See, there is a great saying. There is one poetry which is the first poetry in my life of love. All of you should read that. Millions of sperm from the father get into the mother's egg and only one sperm take birth, and that's me. How many sperms did not take birth? millions. Who are they? My unborn brothers and sisters. So one is good enough, but you must be able to show that you are living. L-I-F-E. Life is more important. Live in full enjoyment. Learn in full enjoyment. For commerce people, learning is an investment for future earning. L-I-F-E. These are the expansions. So I'm sure all of you should have the efficiency to invest. Don't spend. Don't spend your time. That's what is essential. How many is doesn't matter. Yeah. Sir, I just visited your website. Can you please tell us about the Destination IAS? See, I know that the best method to attract students is when you say IAS. But my IAS is Indian, no. Administrative service, no. Adukla in Kerala means kitchen. Indian kitchen service. And second one, IAS is immediate academic success. There are a lot of people who want to become IAS, they fail in their own examinations. No, immediate academic success. So what I did was, most of the IAS people, after graduation, you want to write IAS, you look at the syllabus. It is 10th class basic knowledge in most of the subjects. Prelims is only that much, but many people will fail. So what I wanted was, in the 7th class onwards, you decided that you wanted to study, not getting marks. Understand the subject so that in the whole life you will not forget. Most of the people are not clearing prelims exam because they forgot what they learned in 10th class. I'll tell you, if I give a 10th class examination to all of you, will you get same marks or less marks? All of you have forgotten what you learned, right? That is because you did not understand, you just learned. Learning is different, understanding is different. So I want children to understand the concept so that they will never forget. That's what is Destination IAS, so that your destination can be civil service. Second, I had another program which is continuation to that, which is called Mission CSAT. Your mission is CSAT. That can be for graduate students. So I've got a lot of children who are part of that. Adria first attended to my program, which was Destination IAS in Kottayam. In her own hometown, I conducted a program. I have a book called Prelims Handbook. If you don't get Prelims Handbook, Dr. TPS, you can download it and then learn what to be learned to become a civil service. But don't worry about becoming civil service or not. The advantage of becoming a civil servant is you can influence and you can work with the government money. NGO has to beg for money. When you are a civil servant, you are the center of ruling. You can write big projects and government will give you thousands of crores of rupees if you are a good civil servant. So you can use government fund for the people. You become so influential. So you can change the environment. I remember in Kottayam, we had the collector who wrote a report for asking money to clean the river. He got 200 crores of rupees. But by the time he got transferred, the next collector don't know what to do with that money. That's a problem which we have. So we want people who are committed towards the society, who become the rulers. That's my big dream. So that's why I started a program called the Destination IAS. Somebody is looking into my website and then learning what I am doing. Good. Nice to see somebody researching on me. Yeah. There are almost 90 websites, blogs. You can see a lot of thoughts. Whenever I get a thought, I post it there. That's what I do. So that even if I die, my thoughts will be there. And somebody of you can take it up and then start working on that.
Sir?
Yeah. Don't call me sir. Sir Isaac Newton, Sir C.V. Raman, Sir Dr. TPS. I think the Britishers stopped giving the sir title. Yeah, Dr. TPS. Who is that?
I think she has lost the connection.
Yeah, good. She must.
So,
Yeah.
So Dr. Sasi Kumar, that was such a wonderful session, right? I thoroughly enjoyed, right? That was very interesting, interactive, engaging, entertaining. I would request you, could you please suggest some books to our students? Maybe some good books. Undoubtedly, all books are good, but at least 3 books to our students so that they could go through it.
On which?
in the field of maybe environment.
See, that is why I said 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. You listen to my lectures, 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Every sloka by sloka I interpreted. I finished my Bhagavad Gita teaching. So, chapter wise you can look at it. Look at 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Second chapter Bhagavad Gita. Highly environmental. There are a lot of small slokas which are called Subhashitam. We don't know who wrote it. If you want, I can give a lecture on, we have got Ayurveda for the health, wellness. We have got Vriksha Ayurveda. There we will say how germination is happening, how trees are understanding the directions. There are beautiful small. You don't have to read the whole book, I am saying. Because the children don't have patience now. I don't know how many people will read books nowadays. Unless it is so entertaining and then they can just enjoy reading. But read one line. That's good enough. I got into Bhagavad Gita because you know who is the best environmentalist of India? Don't talk about the forest man of India, water man of India, who is famous in activism and all that. No. The best man was Mahatma Gandhi. But unfortunately, he was a costly poor man. He was a costly poor man. Understood? But his mission was great. I remember I went to Amaravati. In Amaravati, there is a small village in which he stayed. And that is where he has written Grama Swaraj. One of the book which you can read is Grama Swaraj. That is what influenced Mahatma Gandhi to think about the Grama Swaraj. And that village in Amaravati is still running as a Grama Swaraj concept. And who wrote that book? Tukkadaji Maharaj. It's a beautiful name, no? Tukkadaji Maharaj. I stayed in that ashram. It's a beautiful book which you can read. Or read Mahatma Gandhi's Gita, My Mother. That's another beautiful book. Gita, My Mother. And every movie, every lecture is a condensed thousands of books. You understood? If you want to read India, My Eternal India by Vivekananda. There is a beautiful concept as educators. You must read 13 pages are only there on education of India. And Suman madam, if you can understand that, give me a lecture on that please. I would like to listen. I read maybe hundreds of times. I couldn't understand what Vivekananda is saying. Without the dictionary, I bought philosophy dictionary when there was no internet to understand his English. Fabulous English.
I'll try.
That's a beautiful book. There are a lot of things. Arthashastra of Kaudilya is available translated versions, hundreds of languages. Arthashastra is what is essentially Kaudilya spoke. The first economist of India, the first commerce student of India is Arthashastra book. I don't know, most of the BCom people must not have even heard about Arthashastra. And he made a boy who he picked up from the street to the Chakravarti level understand what commerce he knows, how much economics he knows. And learning that is the biggest problem. I remember Dialogue on Drive last year when I was driving on US. I had a good friend who was asking a lot of questions. And that series of my YouTube, don't forget to see Dr. TPS on YouTube. And any subject which you have to learn, say agriculture, say commerce, say economics, say philosophy, and type my name. Say Bhagavad Gita, type my name. Then you will get some at least a few sessions of mine. So in which I remember I was talking about Kaudilya. He is a man who knows practical ruling. That is actually Rajavidya. The man of Rajavidya, there are only two people in this country. One is Kaudilya and the next is Swami Vivekananda. Rajavidya is how to rule this country. And that Rajavidya essence is from Bhagavad Gita. Why do you want to look at some XYZ people who speaks about this in blah blah blah? Go to the root. It doesn't take much time. It doesn't take much time. Once you are into that river, you will enjoy swimming across it. But otherwise you will stay on the shore and see somebody else swimming. Don't do that. Jump inside. You are courageous students, I know. You are the most brilliant children of India. And if you don't do, who else will do? Understood? I remember I used to motivate children by giving example. Listen to some of my talks. I will tell you the people should go to LSR. I must have told it many times. I'm sure Adria will countersign my words. Understood? See, I'm so happy, Ujjwala. I am reading Arthashastra right now. Don't do it now while listening to me. You will miss the bus. Don't worry. Once you miss a bus, you get lot of buses. That's one philosophy Dr. TPS keeps saying. Don't get into a bus. You will miss lot of buses. Once you miss a bus, you get lot of buses. Understood?
Ujjwala, I'm not reading it.
Yeah, good at least.
I'm reading it currently. Like currently, this is what I am reading.
Wonderful, good, yeah.
Ujjwala, could you please read Kamakshi's question? I guess her mic is not working.
Kamakshi has said some of us are history students, sir. We have read these books. Beautiful, wonderful. Look at Indian history, Indian scientific heritage lectures. The Samskrita conference, Indian scientific heritage. Kamakshi, I read it already. We are history students.
No, sir.
Some of us are history students.
Sir, she wanted the question above it.
No question. She is telling that we already read it.
So may I read the question? So sir, she is asking.
Yeah.
Sir, since you spoke of food and environment, what is your take of these emerging dietary choices like veganism? And do you think that is something that we should incorporate in our lives?
Yeah, that is earlier there was one question. Sorry, I missed it. Since you spoke about the food and environment, what is that? See, what I'm saying, whatever food you eat, if it is taking longer time to digest, don't eat. Drink maximum water. You will become, see, handsome, no? Just because water. Drink a lot of water. You will not have obesity. There is no treatment for obesity other than water. Okay. How much to eat, what to eat is more important than how many times you eat also. Doesn't matter. But mitam bhuktva, eat little. If you think you can eat 10 idlis, eat only 5. You can eat 5 chapatis, eat only 2 chapatis. But tomorrow onwards, don't think I will eat 10 and eat 5. Don't do that. You are all brilliant children. Don't do that. Mitam bhuktva, eat little. Shatam japtva, speak. Because when you speak louder, chant slokas, sing songs, you are controlling your breath automatically. Don't have to do another breathing practice. Teachers need not to do breathing practice. It's part of everyday routine. That is why you will see politicians living longer, because every day they speak longer. And they don't get time to eat. They eat only once in a while. Then that is good enough. They don't get time at all. I have seen Manmohan Singh and all. He works 16 hours. 4 hours only he will sleep. And another 4 hours maintain in life. So that is what is essential. You need to have lot of energy. Midam bhuktva, shatam jiptva, padashatam shanai. Walk slowly little bit. Don't run. Don't even breathe faster. That's not at all good. Many sannyasis will teach you lot of different wrong messages, because they also start medical practitioners. They will also sell medicines. You understood? See, there is Walgreens in America, and then near to that they have Walmart. Walmart is they will sell food. Immediately to that they will have a pharmacy. Walgreens is pharmacy, Walmart is food. So eat food and then go to medicine and then take food. Don't do that. What is good diet? What is good for you? Keep changing your diet. That is more essential. Midam bhuktva, shadam jutva, patashadam shanai, vama bhage shainasya. After sleep, give sufficient gap of 3 hours. So don't eat after sunlight is over. Eat before the sunset. Then vama bhage shainasya. Turn left side and sleep. You feel it today. After food, you turn left and then sleep. Turn right and sleep. You feel which is comfortable. Something is comfortable, something is comfortable. You must distinguish this. Okay. And how much? Ardha puradaya dannam tadardham varinam tada. Half of your tummy has to be filled. Half of that to be filled with water. Otherwise digestion will not happen properly. So there are small patterns in which you must make your life eating patterns perfect, I am sure. And do sufficient exercise. Don't go to gym, don't go to belt and all that. Do your household works. That's good enough. Don't even use shower. Use water in the bucket and then start pouring. At least 100 times you will be bending up and down with that. That is one of the traditional practice. Understood? So these are all small things which can be part of your daily life, which can make you fit. That's what is essential. So it's not food alone, food plus exercise. That is what is essential. And good pattern of life, nice thoughts, because the manas and the buddhi is what is controlling your body. Five-fold development: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual. If these 5 things can be understood, I'm sure you can become happier. Wellness index, India is the poorest. It is much worse than Pakistan. Can you imagine? That is because we don't know how to become well. We only know how to become rich. So take care of your, I can give, probably there could be small Mitam Bhuktva, type in or send me a WhatsApp, I'll send you where in this sloka is explained. None of these slokas are new to you because all of them are traditionally given to us by our Bharatiya Shastram. Each one of them are explained in at least a few of my earlier lectures. All of them are available in practical slokas. There is one playlist. I'm sure that will help you a lot. Yeah. What is that if you want to gain weight? That's a beautiful question.
Sir, one more question.
Yeah, yes, there is one question. What if you want to gain weight? See, the weight is,
What if you want to gain weight?
if you, me, it is impossible. I have to become immobile. Probably if I become immobile, because I don't walk slowly, I walk very fast. I do. You can see the way in which I move my gestures, right? I must stop drinking water. Then my obesity will increase. Otherwise, I think for last 20-25 years, my weight is 60 kilogram. No plus or minus 1, that's it. Not more, not less. Otherwise, this is the time I should become too fat in the COVID time, where I did not even went out of my compound wall for last 10 months. No, but your movement becomes fast. That's what makes you fit. Becoming fat is not, becoming weight is not what is required. You should become less weight so that you can move faster. When somebody asked me after retirement why you are not settling, I said I have less weight. When you have more weight, you settle. You have less weight, you start flying. That's what I do. Yeah. Somebody is a philosophy student, understanding Vivekananda is difficult. You must listen to Dr. TPS Vivekananda lectures. There are plenty of them. I worked with the Vivekananda Institute for Human Excellence. At least 12 years I was talking to the lot of children used to come there. Personality development, communication skill, power of positive thinking, all that one hour lecture. That is my Kalari. Kalari means where I used to do exercise on my talk. All my practice of giving public lecture happened in Vivekananda Center. It's a beautiful place. What are the steps that we can take to get present generation students involved in farming? Sir, please answer the question to Anusha. Come. And if you don't, I remember the other day we had a few seminars on farming. And somebody from Pune, he said, I am staying in an apartment. How do I do farming? Then I suggested him something. Look at Pune farming, Dr. TPS. I think I removed it because you don't want to publicize it. There are a lot of methods in vertical farming, wall farming, staggered farming, ground with pots. If you are interested, you can do anything at any point of time if the climate is supporting you. Understood? So leaf vegetables can be planted, and there are a lot of methodologies. You look at farming, Dr. TPS, you see the links given there. There are different methodology based on what is that environment in which you are living. And to get into farming, you need to get a hand holding by some farmer. Next vacation, when you are free, come, we will take you to some farm where you will get trained in farming. Yeah. Maybe you can look at Dr. TPS Vivekananda, you will see few lectures, Ujala. It's already there. If you're not satisfied, again you want, we will have a session on Vivekananda's concept on the philosophy of Vivekananda. Initiative of plantations in the, I'm sure you can always start. The campus is the place. I remember when I was executive director of an engineering college, I asked children to get hibiscus in their bag, small 1 feet hibiscus, and in one day we planted 1200 hibiscus. And after 10 years when I go there, it's a beautiful campus with multiple flowers, and hibiscus leaves, you just put it in water and soak it for a day and squeeze it. That becomes the best shampoo for you. The hibiscus flower, you put it in water and drink, that becomes the best cleaning for your tummy. And most of your gynec problems can be solved by hibiscus flowers. So there are a lot of Ayurvedic medicines created out of hibiscus. Hibiscus is one of the most powerful plant which we have got. I remember giving a lecture, I don't have it here in any of the YouTube, because these lectures are much before YouTube. I started posting on YouTube. 200 varieties of hibiscus. There is one great spiritual center which is in Pondicherry. Who is the man in Pondicherry who a politician turned into a spiritual man? Pondicherry is famous because of Pondicherry is famous. Aravind. Aravinda's father, Swami Aravinda's father and mother, both of them were great environment lovers. And Aravinda's mother, the mother, and that family, all of them were flower lovers. They are supposed to be the people who did flower therapy. I remember looking at 200 varieties of flowers in Aravinda Ashram. So I'm sure your campus can become a beautiful garden. I see, I'm a space scientist, so generally I'm a remote sensing man. Somebody is inviting me to your campus. I will love to come. I think Adira tried enough, but then she was telling, campus is not allowing, people are not convincing, you are not famous. I think if I have to become famous, I have to become an activist and do garavo to somebody else. But I am not a revolutionalist, I am an evolutionalist. So evolution will not happen all of a sudden at night. And the police will not arrest me also, that's my problem. Then you become an activist, you become famous. Then people will call in such colleges, right? So it's good enough. You are my torch bearers. You are there in my... See, now I can say 90 of my children are there in this college, right? And I'm sure tomorrow you are going to be the rulers. You are going to be the judges. You are going to be the politicians in this country. And I will be here until you become my age. Another 30-40 years we'll keep meeting. Guaranteed life, don't worry. Okay, so I'll keep seeing you as mothers at my age. Maybe you will become grandfathers, grandmothers, and then you will start giving lectures. And I will listen to you those days. Yeah. Definitely. I used to visit Delhi. I lived in Delhi. 2 years I was with Manmohan Singh. So I was there in Mayur Vihar. My meetings used to be in Akshardham temple. Whenever people want to meet me, I say come to Akshardham temple, I will sit there. And my evenings used to be in Akshardham temple sometime because it's walkable for me. I stay in Mayur Vihar, where Mayur used to be there once upon a time. That's why it is called Mayur Vihar. And in my campus also I used to have Mayur. Lot of peacock used to come. And my window I used to open and then see lot of peacocks. And this place where I am staying also we have peacocks sometimes. And in my own room, in my Mayur Vihar office, I had a tulsi. And the tulsi I used to water every day. And after 1 year, the tulsi had a leaf almost the size of my palm. Whenever people used to come to office to see scientific development, they also used to come to my room to see the tulsi which I planted. So if you start loving plants, they will give you more result. It's a beautiful. I have a picture. You must get that picture. as one of my symbol. I keep forgetting things. No, what I did lot of many things at here and there. So when I'm talking to you, I would have sent yesterday the Tulsi picture also to show you that it is possible to have. It's a beautiful thing. I love flowers. I love trees. I love plantations. Good, nice that you hosted me today and then made me to remember few of my old thoughts. Definitely I will visit. If Kamakshi is there, by the time the COVIDs are over, maybe the flights will run without a mask. Yeah. I do good workshops. Yeah.
Sir, as younger generation, if you want to join politics, then is there any advice that you would like to give us?
What is that? Entering politics.
Yes, sir.
See, politics is also called polytricks. Poly means two things, multiple. Another meaning is false. So polytricks is all false tricks. I am very close to most of the politicians in the country, whichever party you say. Right? The Congress General Secretary was my classmate 5 years. In the students' politics we were together. K.C. Venugopal. He is the General Secretary and we were together. He is like my brother. We lived together, we studied. He came to my house in Kerala few years back, even after when he was in the central politics. I closely work with many people. You can see me with Murli Manohar Joshi standing in a temple. See, what is politics is we will have to surrender our free thoughts. If you are a good academician, we can influence politics, that could be much better. But politics is the one which rules the country. Therefore, what is essentially required is we need to clean up that. It is not that simple. If many people join into one group where we can clean up, where money will not rule politics, probably that's a big dream to come. That's what Kaudilya's principle. That's why I want all of you to get. I don't know how many politicians would have read Kaudilya, how many politicians would have read Vivekananda. But I will tell you, politics is not what is ruling this country. The country is ruled by administrators. Because no politicians can make a rule without that administrator writing notes and somebody is making it forward. So the politicians influence administrators. That is what is the false. Suppose we can become a clean administrator. That is much better for a continuous better ruling of the country and good justice. So if 3 pillars is what is ruling the country: administration, judiciary and politics. All the 3 things will influence. And there is another 4th one which is unrecognized, but which they are playing the maximum role, is media. Because they feel that they will start dictating politicians what they should do, what judge has to do, what administrator has to do. And they make a lot of turmoil in the society. So that is why I keep saying 3 pillars plus 1 more pillar added to that is, so any of these is influential. But understand who creates all of them. It's all created by academicians. So if a good academician, I am sure the question comes to you because you believe that you don't ask this question to a politician, judge or a media person or an administrator. You are asking to an academician. So I am sure if there are people who are with good mentors, traditionally all kings had great advisors. You can become in any one of these and then start influencing the society. So it's not politicians alone. You have to be in either politics or in media or in the academics or in judgment as a judge or in the 5-fold development. Like 5 pillars which I am seeing: academicians, politics, judiciary, administration and media. If these 5 can be cleaned up, I am sure any one of these options which you take, you can change. But all of them are run by business people. Without business, nothing works. So what is most important is not sannyasam, vanaprastham and all that. What is more important is Garhasthyam, the development, money, family, for which I am working. Otherwise, development is not there, nothing is there. So most important is making money. So which is important? Everything is important. So fourth pillar is democracy, fifth pillar is teachers, and all these are constructed by money. So money matters. That is most important. All of us are beggars in front of rich people. 100% sure. Yeah. So try to be rich. That's most important. That's why we keep saying we have got different the methods: dharmam, artham, kamam, moksham. Right? Kamam is desire. Without the desire, I am not going to earn. What is important? Yeah, I do a keratin for my hair. It costs 25,000 rupees in Hyderabad. I don't know, Delhi, it must be more costlier than that. So you cannot look good without money, but you can feel good without money. You can be good without money, right? So you must see what you want. You want to look good, you want to feel good, you want to be good. So kamam is desire. So desire depends on what is your molding. That comes from family, that comes from surrounding, that comes from the region, place, time, where, when, how, why, what influences you. So once the desire is there, to satisfy your desire, you need artham, money. That is what is Arthashastram, economics and trade. And then how to get it and what to do for that is what is called the dharmam. Dharma Shastram is that. Which is good, which is bad. What can be adopted, what cannot be adopted. That is to be learned. Based on that, what you get is moksham, happiness. And most important is being happy. Whatever profession you do, don't do it because it gives you money, it can influence. Whether it is passion for you. I am so lucky in my life that I am into a profession which is my passion. So until I get into my retirement with a normal pension, I did a profession. But my passion was keep on increasing and I invested sufficient time there. So I am lucky that I could come out of my profession and then full time into a profession which is my passion. That's what I do. So don't ask what is that you have to choose. Identify what you want. You want help in that? 9447437948. No reservations. Talk to me. I'll find out. It is not I will discover. I will make you to discover yourself. So that is what I do. That's why I am called as a life mentor. Discover yourself. That's what I do. Yeah. Good enough? You all got into Ujala? Ujala is light, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Team, does anyone have any other question to us? Or if you want to say something to sir?
I don't know, is this what Adira wanted me to do? Is this what Ujala wanted me to do? Did I do something else?
No, sir. I think all of us really enjoyed the session. As we are seeing some comments, somebody said, I'm speechless. It was amazing. And somebody said, thank you so much for the enriching and interactive session. And I think we're just echoing what all of us feel after listening to this. And thank you so much, sir. You have made yourself so approachable and you've also given us your email ID and number. And I remember yesterday you shared this beautiful poem that you wrote about the environment with me, which I would forward to the society because this was really, really well done. And we're just in awe of all the stuff that you've done in life and how you're so humble despite that. And we would love to have you in college whenever college is open, if that would be okay with you. And
Are you going to stay in the college for a long time or what?
so one more year, we have 1 more year. I'm in the second year. Some of us are going to go in 2 months.
Okay.
So, yes.
But wherever you are, the world is
Sorry.
World is so open. You can be always in contact. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
It was nice talking to Sanjay yesterday. Otherwise, few discussions made little clarity.
Sir, it's time. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I think lots of people are.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the road and there's a lot of background noise. But a lot of people are saying that it was one of the most enriching sessions that they've had.
This-
And yeah,
This is the only thing which I can do in my life.
thank you, sir. So if you have anything else to say, please do so. Otherwise, we will commence because I think the break is over.
Yeah,
We have a small-
just keep in contact and then send me message so that I can be in contact with you. And always feel free. I am not a sir, neither before my name or after my name. I am just Dr. TPS. I may be your father's elder brother or younger brother, depends on how old is your father. Or okay, take me into your family and then get in contact, get in touch with me. That's what I believe, which could be the greatest return gift which we can give it to the next generation. Sharing, caring, loving. Shiksha stands for. That's my trust. See you very soon. Good enough, Ujala?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for taking time from your busy schedule and being there for us.
This is what I do. Every day I do something. Day after tomorrow I am there in another small group of children who learned from me small slokas. Maybe 10-15 years back is joining me as a teenager, and the topic is so beautiful. No, they asked me what should be the topic. I said how to say no. How to say no. That is what the topic is. I can send you the link if you want to join there. I am going to talk in English, but probably the other paraphernalia discussions could be in Malayalam.
Yes, sir. We would love to attend your lectures.
Just send a message. I will add you in my group and then I will send you my link. And Sunday morning I am talking about a new education policy which is for age 3 to grade 3. How to start a grandma child care center. That's my coin. I am starting an institute called Grandma Child Care Center. How can the teenage people become part of it is also being addressed there. I am planning to have children who are like you, who all can spend your summer holidays to come and then spend the time with young children where you can learn farming and then teach young children. To teach them creative, and that is also part of Destination IAS. So you could be aiming for civil service. Look at my book on prelims handbook and then start preparing. I'll be there with you.
Sure, sir. We will definitely look into it.
Ankita wanted to tell something. Ankita here, where are you from?
Sir, I'm from Chennai.
Yeah. எப்படி இருக்கு? நல்லா இருக்கா?
நல்லா இருக்கு, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. So the session was really good. I mean, I can't even. I don't know what to say. It was really good, and like my full concentration was over here. Seriously, it was amazing.
Earlier Chennai was called Mad Rascals. Then they changed it to Chennai. Chennai means fox. Tamil அப்படி இல்லையா? Chennai means fox.
சென்னை பத்தி தெரியாது அந்த பேர்.
Okay.
I don't know how to name it.
Last year this time I was in Tiruvannamalai
Okay.
and I was traveling via Chennai.
Mm.
That was my last air travel. Ujala is not happy or what? Ujala is native of Delhi, no?
Yes, sir.
You are a native of Delhi or what?
Sir, originally I'm from Jharkhand, but from my childhood I've been here in Delhi only.
Yeah. So see you all.
Thank you very much, sir.
When come to Hyderabad sometime.
Sure, sir.
Welcome to Kerala. Welcome to Kerala also. We will open up my old house. JNAANAM. What happens there? You must all see my videos there.